mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin, the whole squad on the mission. You got to listen, you know what this is. When we PoPolitickin, my money long like division. I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, some in the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gon' smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them years. Putting in 10,000 hours, it empowers careers. From the baby and Megan Thee Stallion to Yo Gotti. High as a kite, jet life currency in the party. With MC Light, J Prince said I rap a lot. Super Saiyan Black Kakarot with a Macintosh laptop in my Apple Watch. Smoking Fraggle Rocks, 4 eyes, got more lines and hooks than a tackle box. What? The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin, the whole squad on the mission. You got to listen, you know what this is. When we PoPolitickin, my money long like division. I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin.
Shout out to the homie 4 Eyes. Welcome back to PoPolitickin, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you check me out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. 1212, I'm the place to be. The one and only Jae Millz. How you doing, bro?
Yo. What's good, man? What's good?
Man, I'm like, I've been trying to, man, you was on my interview wish list for like, I started this 2008. I've probably been trying to interview you since 2008.
Well, we here now, man. Look, 2008 all the way to 2025, man. We getting it done, man. How you feeling?
Yeah,
you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm gonna say, first time I remember you, man, it was the I think one of the smack battles. It was, I think they say that nigga name is Zaire Castro.
Zaire Castro. Word.
Yeah, was that the one that you was like big in my trouble or what?
Big in my trouble or what? Yeah. We was that was on a Smack DVD. We was battling in front of Diddy's studio, Daddy's house in New York City at the time. And yeah, that was just a legendary moment, man. It was a legendary moment. It kind of happened by mistake. Like Zaire Castro was kind of battling somebody else. And I was just there. Puff called me out because he had seen me battle E-Ness. The E-Ness battle had happened before that, but y'all probably saw the E-Ness battle after that because it was television and, you know, it was filmed and everything. I had to edit it. But yeah, Puff called me out that night, and that's how I ended up battling him. And it ended up on the Smack DVD, and that was real big for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember.
It wasn't a part of my promotion for my single or my music or anything like that, but due to the fact that I had just got a big deal and I was pushing No, or whatever music I was pushing in the city that time, the battle definitely helped me, like push my name out there more, my visibility, my brand.
Yeah, it was the way it was looking like when I was watching the video, it was looking like Puff brought you to battle him, like you was Puff hired hitman for the battle.
Yeah. That was weird because it was weird, man. We was just over at the studio and they said they got, because by that time when I battled Zaire Castro, you gotta understand, I had already did the Ness battle. I had already had a name in New York City for battling on public access, stuff like that. So when I battled Zaire Castro, people already kind of knew who I was in New York City, and kind of the people that was out there in front of the studio that night, they probably had heard of me. Puff had seen me battle E-Ness. He had already seen me do, I can curse, right? Or not?
Yeah.
Puff had already seen me do the fuck you verse, the legendary fuck you verse that I got, right? Super disrespectful verse. Now, the world ain't seen that version of me yet, but he know that that's about to come out on MTV because he's in the editing room. So he already know. He's seen me go crazy. And when I battled E-Ness, and shout out to E-Ness and shout out to Zaire Castro too. When I battled E-Ness, we might have went 9 rounds like 8-9 rounds. You might have only saw an edit of 3 of them, but we
Right.
went like 9 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And Puff already seen my pedigree. He already knew what type of beast I was. And I think the other people out there, when I did Big in My Trouble or What, they had never seen me in that mode before. So that's why the reaction was so crazy. And I guess it just shook the whole street that night. And luckily, it was being filmed. You get what I'm saying? Because if that moment wasn't being filmed, I don't have that moment in battle rap history. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens moving forward, I got that moment in battle rap history. And then me and Murder Mook got a legendary classic battle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely shout out to that moment.
I was gonna say I actually I interviewed Reed Dollars like a couple weeks ago, but I would say
my boy Reed, man. Me and Reed was supposed to battle too on URL. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing. Smack Beasley. You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to clip this up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If y'all think I'm lying, y'all could ask Smack and Beasley, was Jae Millz and Reed Dollars ever supposed to battle on URL? That was in the, contracts and everything was drawn up. They might even gave us a deposit, to be real with you. Shout out to my man Reed Dollars. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got 3 rounds for Reed written. And I know Reed got 3 rounds written for me because, now that I'm thinking about it, they might have gave us a deposit to battle and never gave us a date, never put it on no card or nothing like that. So it is what it is. But those 3 rounds still written. You know what I'm saying? Smack Beasley, holla at me. Y'all got my number if y'all still want to see that Jae Millz Reed Dollars battle happen. I'm pretty sure he still got his 3 verses in his notes somewhere. I still got my 3 verses in my notes. Let's get to it, man.
And I would say it seemed like I was talking about how Soulja Boy always say he was viral first, but y'all was viral before Soulja Boy was viral because that's like I want to say 03, 02. What year was that?
The Smack. I'm not gonna lie. The Smack DVD was definitely viral for me. That was definitely like one of my first. I can't say my first viral on a national scale. Those DVDs went everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Smack did his thing with those DVDs. And shout out to my man Craig Davis too. You know what I'm saying? He was a part of that foundation too. But Smack did his thing with them DVDs as far as like getting them out to the mom and pop shops and kind of letting the bootleggers rock. You know what I'm saying? And it turned up on college campuses in the hood. I was with ASAP Ferg one night. Shout out to Ferg. I was with ASAP Ferg and we went to Anderson .Paak spot. And when I walked in with Ferg, Anderson .Paak was like, Jae motherfucking Millz, man. I can't believe this, man. Like, yo, we used to run home and look at the Smack DVD and study your battles, man. And I'm looking at it like, damn, this is Anderson .Paak. I'm a fan of Anderson .Paak. I'm a fan of the fact that he could play the drums and he could sing and he could write and he could rap and he's just a full artist. And I'm about to tell him that, and he started running it off to me about Smack DVDs. So the Smack DVDs did a big thing as far as helping me become viral outside of New York. But in New York City, it was a public, every city got their public access cable networks, stuff like that. In New York City, in every borough, they had their own thing. But I know in New York, we had MNN, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, or Manhattan Network. It was something like that, but it was MNN. And every week, they had a show on Monday called Mad Cyphers. And Mad Cyphers was like a show where you could call and rap on the voicemail, and if they like you, they'll let you come to the spot, to come to their crib in Washington Heights. They were some Spanish dudes in the Heights, and they'll film you rapping over, J Arms mixtapes was the thing, the instrumental mixtapes of Sycamore. Shout out to my man Sycamore. And we would just rap over instrumentals, and they would show it on a public access show. And one day I called up there, I rapped on the voicemail. They called me back. I jumped in a cab from my mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm still living in my mom's crib at this time, and I went up there and I did it. I still had braids. You know what I'm saying? I had the plastic rosary beads and all of that. We young. And I just went off, and that became something where they would always have like the beginning of the show be like the first 13 minutes, and then for like 2 minutes, they'll do an intermission and then introduce who's going to finish the show. And whoever went last on that show, it was like BT Uncut. Like if your video came on last on BT Uncut, it was like Tip Drill or something like that. You was monumental. So they would always have like whoever went crazy that week, they would have them last, and they would always have me last. And then I started bringing my crew Most Hated up there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Most Hated crew up in Harlem. And this is when we young too. This is Jae Millz, Vado, Charlie Clips from, you know what I'm saying? And it was like Vado's sister, my man Bo, Rick. It was so many of us, and I turned that into our little world. So in the hood, I was technically already viral before before Smack DVD. By the time I got to Smack DVD and No, I was like a legend in Harlem already. Like, all jokes aside, you don't even got to, you can ask Loaded Lux, you can ask Murder Mook, you can ask T-Rex, you can ask Goods. You know what I'm saying? These is all my homies. I could call them all on my phone right now. These is my homies. They'll tell you like, nah, Millz, we used to all battle and be in ciphers and all that, but I was doing all of that on the radio. I was doing all of that on BET. Like, No, we shot the video in Jamaica, but I was still out here battling people. You know, I'm not even understanding, like, bro, you kind of above that. You don't really need to be out here on a picnic table battling Murder Mook from downtown. You don't need to. But I wasn't looking at it like I'm giving them looks. I'm looking at it like, nah, they call me out. I know they nice. I like battling. I love battling. I'm into the combat of it. They into the combat of it. I wasn't looking at it like, bro, you got a deal. You're on TV and the radio right now. Why are you battling on a picnic table on 125th Street? But imagine if I would have looked at Murder Mook like, you beneath me. I ain't battling you. That's like I wouldn't have never gave him a look. You know what I'm saying? And that ended up being, aside from Big in My Trouble or What, me and Murder Mook's battle is some people's introduction to battle rap. You know, to some people it's Big in My Trouble or What, but to some people their introduction to battle rap is Murder Mook and Party Artie, rest in peace. They don't remember Jae Millz and Murder Mook. To some people their introduction to battle rap might be the Murder Mook versus Loaded Lux era, or the URL stage era where it's like, you're gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Big Gerald, that's how you talk to your son. Some people don't remember the Smack DVD, the last chapter, Big in My Trouble or What, Jae Millz, Murder Mook. Their battle rap starts with Easy the Block Captain, Geechee Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
I think some can even probably start with Sirius Jones and
I mean, some people ever starts with K-Shine and Surf and John the Don and them. I'm not trying to lead them out. And everybody who name I just said, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this stigma with me that I think I'm better than everybody, right? But if you ask any battle rapper whenever they seen me, whenever I came back on the scene, even after I lost to K-Shine, because I had to eat that. I had to learn how to adjust to this era of battle rap, right? Anytime I see somebody, whether I know them personally or not, when I first saw Emerson Kennedy, I had just seen his battle with Rum Nitty, right? Shout out to my man EK. I had just seen his battle with Rum Nitty probably like 2 days before that. And I saw him, I was like, yo, I just seen your battle. You nice. You spit. And he was like, whoa, first of all, pleasure to meet you, legend. Like, he was so thrown off. First of all, he probably was going to walk by me and not say nothing because he don't know me. But me being a legend and me being somebody that's been around way longer than a lot of these dudes been around, you know, it's not like they man, fuck that nigga Millz. They don't know you and they kind of shocked to even see you here in the flesh right now. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to go out of your way to say what up to Emerson Kennedy. You do got to go out of your way to say what up to Cal. You do got to go out of your way to say what up to Jerry West. He like, oh, yo, what's good, bro? Look, because they really fans the same way you're a fan of them. But the battle rapper in you, man, fuck that nigga. I ain't saying that. But when a nigga walk up to you and he like, yo, what's good? Jae Millz, I ain't never meet you before, but respect, man. Spit, I fuck with you. Or I walk up to Jazz the rapper, like, yo, Jazz, I never really personally met you, but I fucked you. She was like, oh, she's like, hold on, wait, I gotta get a picture. Hold on. She's like, yo, I used to watch it. But I know in her mind, it's like, damn, I grew up listening to you. You a fan of me? You know what I'm saying? So to see them at these events, or for them to see me and be like, yo, bro, I grew up fucking with you, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm always gonna say you can't fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to say that. But it do be all love when I be at these battle rap events. We talk a lot of shit about each other, but I can say it be all love when I be at these events. And shout out to everybody who I just named too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking down on nobody. I'm actually showing love to everybody I'm naming right now. You know what I'm saying? New Jersey Twerk just hit me the other day, just showing love. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell him, yo, I think I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know, I think it need to be more of that. It need to be more. See how I just said everybody I named, shout out to them? That's how you break the ice. It's the same thing when I started going to these battle rap events. Like I was saying, after I came back into battle rap, you got to break the ice. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to just walk up to somebody and be like, what up? I fuck with you. You spit. Don't wait for them to say it to you, because then y'all will be going 3, 4, 5, 6 battle events, and ain't nobody showing nobody no love, and it's really all love, you know.
Right. Y'all don't say. And then too, another thing is, I remember like you was talking about the no. You had an early T.I. on there. That was like when T.I. like first started. So how you feel like?
My man
Talk
T.I.
about like you picked T.I. then who T.I. ended up being.
Shit, man, I met T.I. at Club Speed in New York. Club Speed was like a club in New York. It used to be popping on Monday. I feel like my lips is crowded. But my fault. Yeah, so I met T.I. at Club Speed in New York. And at this time he had 24s out. I think he was like, yo, he's like, say, Pip, you got that Jamaican song, the No joint. I was like, yeah. He's like, man, I like that. I like that a lot. That joint hard. I was like, I appreciate that, man. But at this point, I'm still so new to the game. I don't know how to network. I don't know. Somebody give me a compliment. All I know how to do is give them another compliment. Like, because I'm a fan. I don't know how to exchange numbers. Yo, you want to get on the joint? Like, you. So I tell some like, yo, that 24's record is hard too. You kill it. Cause we was performing at Club Speed on the same night. And I was doing no. He was doing 24's. And I was like, yo, then we took a picture. And I remember Busta Rhymes was there. And he was like, yo, y'all niggas need to do something, man. Y'all young niggas, young energy. And I was like, yeah, that's dope. I said, yo, you like the no joint, you can get on the remix if you want. And he's like, all right, cool, send it to me. Like, all right, because I'm so young and new to this shit. I'm like, all right. So I sent it to him. He did it. I was like that. And then my manager went and got Cam on it. Shout out to Cameron. And I was like, I was hyped just to hear Cam shout my name, because I was on a Dipset mixtape before, but I don't know if my manager probably paid him to put me last on the mixtape. Or you don't know how it be going on sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But when I heard him on my remix, I'm like, wow, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cameron and T.I. for that, man. And I became real good friends with T.I. after that. Of course, Cam is the big homie in Harlem forever, but I became real tight with T.I. And I remember going to Atlanta and them just taking me to the club. Not taking me to the clubs, but, you know, telling us what club we're going to be popping and come to the club with us and just showing us how to move, plugging us with different people out there. I would be performing times in Atlanta. He would come to the club and come on stage and perform. You know what I'm saying? We did a record that was from my album. It never came out, but we just used to perform it whenever I was in Atlanta. And I remember like one time when T.I. first got his big deal, I remember one day he called me and he wanted to sign me. But I had just did my deal that day with, it might have been SRC, Universal, or one of them. I just did my, I'll never forget he called me.
That's a Steve Rifkin.
I just signed the papers today. Like I don't know if the word must have got out that I had signed with them that day. And I'll never forget. I was like, man, he was like, well, you know, you always got a home with Grand Hustle. Man, I was like, I appreciate that. And it was always love ever since then. But I'll never forget that day. But just to know that when he got to a point where he was able to sign artists, that he hit me. He thought like, yo.
Yeah, that sound familiar though.
Yeah.
That sound like Lil Wayne the same way.
Yeah. Shout out to T.I. too, man. Shout out to Game too, man. Game had told me the same thing. It was T.I., Game, and Wayne. I'll never forget that. Those are the three people that their energy was the same thing. Like, look, whatever you're trying to do, you know, whatever you're trying to do, I'm here. And Wayne was just on some shit. Like, I had a song called Holla at a Player, and Wayne did the remix to it.
Holla at a player.
Yeah, holla at a player. Lead, clap.
You ain't got no name for your fans, but I think I'm one. Whatever you call your fans, I'm probably one of them, man.
That's love. So we gotta let's make a new name, man. I just used to have Jae Millz fans, man. We gotta. I was thinking one time about the Millionaires, but I was like,
the millions,
Millionaires. But I was like, man, it's kind of cheesy. We're gonna figure something out though, man. We're gonna figure something out. But holla at a player, he jumped on the remix, and then I asked him like, yo, basically, was good, man. And make a long story short, he put me on a flight the next day. We had some conversations. I would go back and forth to Miami like every other week, and I remember at one time he was like, yo, I don't really think you should keep going back and forth. Like, I'm on the road, I'm working on the Carter 3. Like, you don't have to keep going home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, but I wasn't used to living on the road. I wasn't used to tour buses. I wasn't used to staying in the London and the SLS and being in the Ritz-Carlton and for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't used to none of that shit. And then he was just like, I guess that was, like, yo, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I'm looking at it like, damn, he don't have to fuck with nobody. I know niggas that'll pay to even just be around him. You know what I'm saying? And he on some shit with me like, yo, you ain't got to keep going back to New York. I think we working. Like, you lock in when you know what I'm saying? We here. You got the studio. We on the road. Like, it's Young Money, nigga. This shit about to be big. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Ain't nothing going on in the city that I'm missing. It just went like that.
Yeah, and then
I did too.
Yeah, then me personally, like I said, when you was Young Money, I was happy because like you said, I felt like you said, that was the winning team at the time.
Yeah.
And I was happy to see that you was a player on the team.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then like I heard like past interviews, you kind of remind me like you would be like a Robert, like I know you said Mello, we're gonna talk about that too, but you'd be more like a Robert Horry because you knew how to play your position. Like you weren't necessarily trying to be the star, but you could have been the star, but you just playing your, everybody got to be a team player.
Yeah. The thing about Young Money, and shout out to Lil Wayne too, man, because Wayne gave me a chance when Lil Wayne gave me a chance when it felt like nobody was. It felt like I was at a point in my career where they was probably looking at me like you had a few different deals. You know what I'm saying? You done had a few chances. You know what I'm saying? What they type to call it. But they had never seen me be a part of anything like Young Money. I was always put in that mixtape, DVD, battle rapper box, right? And then when I got with Lil Wayne and the Young Money, and you got a chance to hear me like on Dedication 3. Dedication 3, people think it was Every Girl and it was Bedrock and it was We Are Young Money. It wasn't none of that. Dedication 3 changed. Let me say that again. Dedication 3 was the rebrand of Jae Millz. If at least I feel that. That might be my first time I ever said that too. But now that I'm sitting, I'm talking to you and we having this conversation, when I think about it, my rebrand was the Ain't I freestyle. You know what I'm saying? My rebrand was I got a bitch named Tanya from around the way. She used to go to Catholic school back in the day. That's stripping in Sue's for us. When we did the Pleaser joint, when we did that, and all of the freestyles on Dedication 3, I think because we was in a mixtape era at that time. And I think when people got a chance to hear me being Millz on freestyles, you know what I'm saying? Because you know me from freestyles, you know me from the mixtapes. No. Of course, I had singles, I had club records, I had bangers, and all of that. But you would put me in a mixtape artist of all. He be killing the mixtapes. You wouldn't put me on he be killing the charts yet. You would put me on the he be killing the mixtape shit, right? So when you heard me on Dedication 3, that was a mixtape. It was one of the biggest mixtape series. It was a Gangsta Grills. It was Lil Wayne. It was just timing. The timing was great. But when you heard me on Dedication 3, I don't have a whack verse. There's not a time where Jae Millz comes on Dedication 3 where I didn't completely feel like this is my interview. Because we had did a bunch of shit, but this is gonna be heard. I knew for a fact these Gangsta Grills mixtapes are heard everywhere. And I'm on some shit with Wayne. And Wayne used to tell us, like, oh yeah, I'm about to body all y'all boys on this shit. I'm about to kill y'all niggas. Like he used to, like, not on some shitting on us, but he wanted to tell us that so we understood when we putting our verse together that he not playing. He not about to leave no room so Millz could shine or so Gutter could shine on here. So Mac or Kid or whoever was around at that time. He wasn't leaving no room for you to shine. He wants you to go in there like, nigga, I'm gonna kill everybody on this shit too. Because if 4 or 5 of us is thinking like that, we about to go crazy. If Drake, Tiger, and Nicki and Wayne, Millz, Mac, Gutter, Guns, if we, Lil Twist, Lil Chucky, whoever, if we all just like, I'm trying to kill everybody on this shit. You might not get 10 good verses, but you're gonna get about 6 or 7 and then you narrow it down. So yeah, Dedication 3 was definitely the rebrand of Jae Millz, man. Definitely. Shout out to Lil Wayne, shout out to DJ Drama, shout out to Mac and Cortez, because there was a lot of times I probably could have got put on a one-way back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was times when Mac Main fought for me. It was times when Cortez Bryant fought for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was times where Gutter probably put a bug in Wayne here. Like, nah, Millz good. He fam. He probably be fucking up sometimes. It was some times when Wayne probably could have flipped out on me and sent me home on a one-way, but he probably fucked with me so much that he still gave me a pass on certain shit. So that's why I always say, you don't never hear me talk bad about Young Money, Cash Money, Wayne, Mac, Tez, any of them, like, that was definitely like college for me. I always tell people that was like going away to college. Harlem dude around, it felt like I went to Tulane. It felt like I left Harlem and went to LSU or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn they slang. I had to learn what ribbon is. I had to learn they jokes, they style of joking. I had to learn that they say bitch like we say my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They this is just how they talk. They don't gamble with 3 dice. They gamble with 2 dice. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. Yeah, it was like, that's why I always say it was like college to me. And yeah, they showed me a different world, man. They showed me a different life. It helped me get out the hood, helped me change my life, helped me change my family life. So yeah, those were great times, man.
And then what's going on in your world right now? I know you dropped the project Po Music 5.
I dropped Po Vibes 6. Yeah. I dropped Po Vibes only 5 last year. And I dropped,
are you on 6 already?
I dropped Po Vibes only 6 last week before my birthday, right?
Happy birthday, man. Happy belated.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I dropped Po Vibes only 6. The day, I think it might have been the day after my birthday. It might have been the 12th or one of those. But I hadn't put out part 5 since last year. And I felt like that's a long time for me to not put music out, especially in the digital era. It's like, if you're going to be active, you can't go a year without putting out music in the digital, especially if you like because I feel like I'm more of an underground artist now. I release my music more in a mysterious way. I'm not on the radio. I'm not doing big rollouts. I'm doing more type of shit where you got to really be tapped in with me to know what I'm doing. And I feel like I wanted to revamp my whole shit in a way where I only want the people that's fully tapped in with me to fuck with me. I don't want you to fuck with me because of just this, just battle rap, or just because I was with Young Money, or just because you like the Potent Vibes Only series, but you don't like the Potent Music series or the Virgo mixtapes or this, or you don't like the Jane After Dark podcast with my fiance, but you like my back. It's like, I need to get it to where the people that like me just like me. You just like the Jae Millz brand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the Jane After Dark podcast with my fiance Dana. Shout out to her. We about to bring season 2 back, and a lot of people ask me, "Yo, bro, why did you start a podcast with your fiance?" And Poem Vibes Only 6 is available right now on all streaming platforms, so make sure y'all go listen to that. Tap in with all the other Potent Vibes Onlys, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap in with all of those. I created this whole series a few years ago because I felt like I needed to get away from all of the series that I created while I was at Young Money, like the Virgo mixtapes and Dead Presidents and the Floods and, Potent Music, all of those. I had to get away from those because I wanted to start something else that when I do leave it and walk away from it, that this section of my library was when I went independent. This section of my Potent Vibes Only 1 through 6 is all under Potent Department. This is all recorded by me. Most of it is mixed by me. Most of the artwork is done by me.
You be doing everything. You do the videos too. I be seeing
the videos too. You know what I'm saying? My trailers and everything. So the Potent Vibes Only series, even with the merch and everything, like the hats and all of this, me designing all of this, all of that is like, it's like when I'm saying I'm trying to get people to buy into the brand. Because I could sell you a hat for $40 or $35. I could sell you this hat for $20. And I still make more money than if I tried to sell you an album for $20. You'll buy a Potent hoodie from me for $100 if you like it. If I got it done up nice enough, got sun on the back, I got sun on the front, taking up the whole thing. The print is just crazy. You feeling it? You'll pay $100 for that. You ain't paying $100 for nobody album. I tell people all the time, I'll spend $350 for some Travis Scott dunks because I like them. But I wouldn't spend $350 for Travis Scott new album. I don't know if I like them that much, but I like them enough because I already done spent $350 on sneakers before. That's just the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? So with me, it's like trying to get people to buy back into the brand. You got the Potent thing. You got the Potent Vibes Only series. People know these are series where you direct the videos and you're doing this and that. And the Jane After Dark podcast with my fiance is more so me trying some different shit.
Yeah, I like that. I was watching that. I think it's like, to me, you just being vulnerable because a lot of MCs, they don't even be trying to tell you who their girl is and shit. So I was like, cool. Yeah, I'm married, so niggas that's married.
I'm engaged, man. So congratulations, man. I'm gonna meet you there. I'm gonna be there real soon. Yeah. I'm gonna be there real soon.
So it's real. It's like that's real. Y'all having real discussions. I like it. I was watching some of them.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And we do that all by ourselves. It's just me and her. I filmed it. She helped. We set up the lights. We set up the microphones and all that. We make sure everything is right. We film it. We edit it. I gotta let her proof hear it a few times to make sure I ain't tripping. She's like, Jarvis, you need to turn this up. You need to turn that down. Then I film it. I take the footage. I put it in Final Cut Pro, color graded, chop it up, intro, everything. Make some snippet, some trailers for it, and you make some reels and some shorts, and it's just me and her. So we trying to get with a network so it'll make the work less on us, or we could just more so just film. And I did that because me being in the game 20 plus years, it sounds like, damn, you've been in the game a long time, but I have. I got my first deal when I was 17 years old. So technically, I look at myself like I was a child rapper. Like I was 16, 17 years old in Miami at Wet Willie's. Not inside having drinks, but outside the barricade and all that. But I'm supposed to be having midterms right now. Like I'm out in Miami with my son. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know anybody doing the Jane After Dark thing with their lady. Meaning, take that back. There were people doing things with their lady because it's a couple named DeVell and Kadeem. Shout out to them. They like a couple and they be on the internet. They had their podcast, the Dead Ass Podcast. And it was more so just him and his wife talking couple shit. And I just thought, damn, I wonder if I would be able to get something off with my girl, because I'm full of personality, bro. Like, I'm not just big in my trouble of what 24 hours of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm the karaoke king. I'm singing. I'm in the car listening to High Five and Jagged Edge and 112, going to get a haircut, singing my heart out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I want to show that, but I don't want to be goofy doing skits and doing voiceovers and TikToks with the dance and all. Like, I don't want to be doing all that shit. But I'm like, damn, if I could just set the cameras up in our crib, and we had just moved into the big house, and I'm like, yo, let's use the space for content. And I was like, well, she was like, well, what you think about me and you doing the show? And I'm like, that'd be cool. And she was like, let's try it. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll produce it and everything. I said, if you don't like it, we don't have to continue doing it. Because it's like, I don't want people attacking my girl on the comment section anywhere is gruesome, no matter what platform it's on. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, nah, let's try it. And then 18 episodes later, here we are. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed I didn't get no bad feedback. That's what had me like, oh, this is some cool shit. Because I didn't get no bad feedback. Now, you know, as a battle rapper, you get people in your comments saying some of the most outlandish, crazy shit in the world. But I noticed with the Jane After Dark podcast with me and my lady, it's good vibes, it's good feedback. And I'm like, it's rare in this era where you're going to do anything where you don't get no bad feedback. I mean, I share the comment when I do Instagram posts on the reels and everything, or the trailers for the new episode that's about to drop this day or whatever. I do the collaborative posts. So we share the comment section. You feel what I'm saying? So on them posts, if somebody say some wild shit in the comment section, she gonna see it too. But they don't say nothing wild on that. They'll say something wild on the music pages, posts, or a post of a clip of me battling or something like that. They'll say a bunch of my shit. But they respect what I'm doing with the Jane After Dark podcast so much. They respect the type of content that it is so much. They don't even bring that energy to that comment section. I've been around long enough to know you onto something. Because just think, if we start talking about some of our favorite rappers right now, if they just did a podcast with the woman they live with every week, they just talking some shit. They ain't even really talking about nothing. But just the fact that you like, damn, my nigga, they be laughing and joking and just talking about old episodes of Home Improvement and Martin and shit. And
I mean, look at Fat Joe and Jay Kiss.
Talking about The Wire in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could talk about The Wire and The Corner with my fiance. We both remember watching The Corner. You know what I'm saying? It was a limited series. The Wire was a bunch of seasons. Everybody can't talk about Gary and Fran from the Corner with their fiance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, we got to show that. And we started showing it on the podcast, and people have been rocking with it ever since. And
I was watching the I know you was doing the one with Lennox too. I was watching that one too.
Yeah, shout out to Loud Opinions, man. I've been trying to bring Loud Opinions back for a while. This is my thing. I feel like on the because I want to create. Let me stop saying that. I've already created these different platforms, right? So I got Jae Millz TV where I could just do whatever. I could just post video of me eating a chopped cheese, talking about an old Clue mixtape that I was just thinking about, and they gonna watch it. I had to realize that that's what I got to start doing. But I got the Jane After Dark podcast, and then I got the Loud Opinions podcast. I want to change the Loud Opinions podcast into like the Loud Opinions show, just like the Loud Opinions show. Because I think I want to start doing it like live, like recorded live, and then like I'll probably post it, but I want to have the chat while I'm, doing the show and everything. And I got my setup in here now, so I'm about to start streaming, playing 2K and gaming and doing all of that. Loud Opinions, I could be more obnoxious, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Jane After Dark, if you notice, I don't even curse. You can't find one episode of Jane After Dark where I said a curse. That's a lot for me. That's a lot for me to sit there and do 18 episodes of this podcast for season 1 and didn't curse. But on Loud Opinions, I could smoke, I could blow the weed, I could curse. We had a porn star versus.
I know. I said y'all was wild. That shit had me laughing. I was like, this
Come on, my
crazy.
nigga. Niggas wasn't doing it like that, my nigga. We did the porn star versus.
That shit was funny.
Versus was like monumental. That might have been one of our most talked about episodes, and we did a lot of good episodes. But that was the Loud Opinions was the beginning of me learning podcasting. Like real quick, I'm gonna tell you a quick story how we started doing Loud Opinions, right? Because I don't know if you started your show like this too. Maybe I started Loud Opinions because it was COVID, right? And in California, if people don't know, we had a curfew and we had to be in the house by 8:30 at one time. I know this shit sounds crazy, but we had to be inside by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. It was something like that. So we used to film on Sundays. So look, we've been in the crib, we've been locked down, we about to lose our mind. We just trying to do anything. So we ordering shit off Sam Ash, we ordering podcast bundles and all of the typical shit. And I go to his crib, we set it up. If you look at the first couple episodes of Loud Opinions, we're standing up for an hour. We're standing up at his counter in his kitchen. We're supposed to be 6 feet away from each other, not smoking, mask on. We're smoking on the show, this close to each other, no mask on, no none of that shit. So what I would do is go over there, we set the stuff up, we film, and we break it down, put it in the box. I used to take it back home till I realized, just break the microphones, the cameras, leave everything there. We was filming it on the DJI Osmo Pocket and an iPhone. At first, we only had one camera view. Then I figured out a way to edit multicam in Final Cut Pro, and I was editing staying up all night trying to edit 4K footage and all that weird shit, right? To the point where I started learning how to edit more. I started learning jump cuts. I started learning how to layer the audio from the microphones, put that in Logic Pro, but make the audio on the video muted and use the audio from the microphones and sync it. And I started learning all of that shit. So by the time we get to Jane After Dark, this shit is nothing. This shit is nothing. We load these microphones up that I used to use on Loud Opinions. I already know how to do that. We're gonna record this shit into Logic. I'm a share the audio from Logic, make that shit an MP3 or a WAV file. I'm gonna take that WAV file. I'm gonna take the video. I shoot the video on the iPhone 14. I'm just putting iPhone 14 Pro Max. Shoot that shit on there. AirDrop that from the iPhone to the laptop where Logic has already got the fucking audio. I put the audio and the video in Final Cut Pro. Put them shits, line them up, make sure everything moving together. I don't even use the automated shit no more. I freehand it. I just zoom in and make sure I line. I know I was the one talking. I know what it's supposed to sound like with the audio and the video lined up. Me and her were the ones talking. Roll you 2 blunts, you go down in the garage. In about 2 hours, that episode is uploading. Go to sleep. By the time you wake up in the morning, the SD, the HD, and the 4K gonna be uploaded to YouTube. Go live. Now I just broke down some shit that people get paid thousands of dollars for. The way I just broke down how you record a podcast episode, how you extract the audio and the video, import it, upload it, edit it, finalize it. I didn't even get to the part where you make the reels and the shorts for YouTube and Instagram and all that. Like I didn't even get to that point. I didn't even get to, even if you want to use automated closed captions, that shit ain't gonna get it right all the time. You got to go back in there and manually make that shit say what you wanted it to say. I did that for every episode of Jane After Dark, every episode of Loud Opinions. So to make a long story short, all of those 2 shows taught me things moving forward. I got a new show I'm working on called Brands. And I'm just interviewing a lot of people. They telling me how they built their brand and all that. But that's not going to be on Jae Millz TV. I'm starting a whole nother page for that. You know what I'm saying? So,
see, well, what you think about the streaming? It's taking over. You been watching the Mafia-thon and all that shit? I've been watching it.
I haven't been watching it, like going on Twitch, actually watching it. But I've been catching the highlights. I catch the clips. I think the streaming shit for me is more of that. I'm not necessarily a person that'll sit down and watch a whole stream, but I'm tapped in with the clips. I'm like a clip person. Like I'm not gonna sit there and watch a person stream for 3-4 hours. But I will watch. Well, I guess I will watch a person stream for 3-4 hours. If I watch a podcast live, if I watch a live podcast, you watching somebody stream for 2.5 hours. So yes. But I mean, as far as the Mafia-thon, I haven't been tapped in, like watching everything like every day. But I keep up with what Kai doing. I keep up with what Speed doing, with AMP and all of them, you know. Aiden Ross, all them academics do what he do for hip hop. A lot of people don't like it or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I watch academics.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know back on Fig, my man Trell, his shit was more of like just like a podcast, but he figured he got into the streaming thing, so now he do the streaming thing. And yeah, I feel like when your show is live, whether you doing that shit to YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, if you got a podcast and you got an episode that's live and you're actively with the chat, you stream it. You know what I'm saying? If you playing Call of Duty or Undisputed or Fortnite or 2K, Madden, whatever you doing, if you playing that game, you got a headset on with one of these racing chairs, and you got your mic that swivel around, and you back and you doing all that, and you're broadcasting it, you streaming.
Say shit to me, right?
Come on, there you go. Look, I want to get lines, but it's over there right now. I can't reach.
I would say, you know, I'm level 35 on Undisputed, right?
Oh, nah, you way better than me. Yo, what you play Undisputed on? Can I play Undisputed on the PC?
Yeah, but it's best. I play mine on the PlayStation 5, but they do have it on Steam too. If you want to get on Steam,
yeah, my son put Steam.
There's gonna be a lot of people online on they be online on the PlayStation 5. If you try to play online, but you just trying to.
I really just want to beat the computer up. I don't want.
Yeah, get Steam. It's on there.
I don't want to fight none of these glitching niggas. So hold on, because my son put Steam on my cyber. I got a CyberPower PC. I'm an old head. I'm like, let me see what kind of PC I get. I was gonna get some cheap shit too. I said, you know what? Don't get no cheap shit. And I was in the store, and see how this conversation just went to some whole other shit. But real quick, I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer, right? So I'm like, yo, when Grand Theft Auto, when GTA 6 come out, don't bother me, right? Don't bother me.
So everybody's saying
we all gonna have to upload our PCs. What you got? You got an i5 or a 7?
You to my computer?
Yeah.
My shit say, I don't know, it's a gaming computer, but that shit is called Legion. But I had bought that shit like right from Best Buy. That shit was like
I got an i7. I ain't got like no i8. i9 Ultra and all that. I got a 7.
No, I got a nice one. I bought that shit just for gaming.
Just for gaming, man.
Yeah, because I be in I run a 2K basketball league too, and then I be doing I'm in an old school NFL retro ESPN 2004 league. I be coaching and shit. So I be doing all that.
Yeah, I need to be in that 2K league, man. I need in.
I get you in there, man. Yeah, I get you in there because I've been doing that league for like 9 years. So you make your player, and then we got a way you can upgrade. And then once you make your player, you get on the team. We got coaches for each team. They put the game plans in. Then we just run it computer versus computer, and we got custom teams, all that shit. We just let it play. That shit hard. Crazy. I be doing that shit every day.
That's crazy.
It's like something, it's like something like it kind of get your mind off everything else. Cause it's a whole different shit, but then it's this whole little world by itself.
Yeah. That's wild.
And I was gonna ask you, so we about to wrap it up, but like far as with your so right now I know you were saying you feeling like mellow. So is that an actual like you really do feel like mellow now when you look at things?
Like mellow, man. I'm feeling like mellow, man. I'm feeling like mellow.
So what stage are you in like his like how where Mello was at?
I'm in the point where you got to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? You really just it's just really just a proving yourself thing at this point. I feel like with me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know with everybody else, but I know with me, it's more so just a proving yourself type of thing right now. Like I feel like I've already won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when I was at Young Money, that was the championships. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the I didn't have to be the main person at Young Money to appreciate what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people be on some shit like, yo, but you ain't get a chance to put an album out. You ain't even put it. And I'll be like, shit, I don't. It's not to me. It wasn't about me putting an album out at Young Money as Jae Millz, because I got a chance to be a part of some shit that nobody would have passed up on. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would have passed up on being a part of Young Money, man. So personally, me, I feel like I came off good. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I came off tremendous with the whole Young Money shit because, yeah, like I said, people would have gave anything to be a part of Young Money, man. I know it. I know people would have gave anything to be a part of Young Money. And the fact that I got a chance to experience that, I don't put the fact that I didn't put a solo album out. Like I didn't get the Drake success. I didn't get the Nicki success. I didn't get the Tiger success. It's like, well, maybe that success wasn't what God had in store for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, your success was your success. And yeah, I think I had to understand that, and I had to be cool with that. Once I was cool with that, once I understood that, I wasn't really tripping on nothing else. But I think I had to understand that, and I had to be cool with that. And that's all a part of appreciating what you did get out of it, and not being like, man, fuck that shit, man. Niggas could have did more with me. Niggas could have. It's like, yeah, but you got a chance to really do some shit that people didn't do. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to do some shit that people didn't do. So,
no, that should be funny to me when I be hearing the battles and they be trying to use it against you. I be like, that's crazy as hell. And then a lot of them be like, they just be only battle rappers. I be like, how they be trying to use that as some diss and shit? I mean, that shit funny. I just be laughing at that.
And they gonna keep trying it too.
Yeah,
they gonna keep trying it. That's why I don't trip with a lot of the shit because it is what it is. But a lot of times with the battle rap stuff, you just gotta understand what you're dealing with and who you dealing with. A lot of them niggas, man, they ain't never really. They haven't experienced the shit that I experienced as far as being Jae Millz, and I gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense, like, you just got to understand, like, yo, a lot of these niggas ain't experienced what you've experienced as Jae Millz. So, yeah, they not going, they sometimes when you talking this fly stuff, they not going to really, to them, it's not appealing. It's not appealing to them. Because it's like, yo, he ain't doing nothing. He's not doing nothing or saying nothing that we can't do. And they'd be like, yeah, but this ain't about what you could do or what you can't do. This is just about me doing what I'm doing. You get what I mean? Like, this is just about me doing what I'm doing. And I think a lot of time they just can't, they just don't respect it. They don't, they respect it, but they don't want to respect it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that too. Like,
I mean, I was gonna ask you what's your I was gonna tell you my favorite song. My favorite song from you is Reality of the Situation.
Reality of the Situation, man. That's my joint.
Yeah, I like how that shit come in with that sample too. Who sample is that? Who's that? I was thinking like Stephanie Mills or something.
It's Angela Winfield.
Oh, okay.
Not
Yeah.
Angela Winfield. What's her name, man? Not Angela Winfield, man. Angela.
The one that went viral for kissing Michael Jackson.
Angela Wimbush. Angela Wimbush.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my shit right there. That was like when, especially I was going through shit. I used to listen to that song all the time.
Yo, Reality of the Situation. I produced that.
Yeah.
Word, I produced Reality of the Situation. I made that beat. I remember shit, I was going through something when I did that. That whole project is kind of like yeah, man, Reality of the Situation might be one of my most personal projects because got a kid. I think I recorded that project around the time my daughter was born, but I might have wrote some of it while she was being. I know Dead Presidents and Reality Situation, those was like projects around the time my daughter was born. I was rapping about different shit, but Reality of the Situation, that actual song, yeah, I was going. That was a time where I was trying to figure out the Young Money shit. I was trying to figure out my place. I was trying to figure out if it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? That was really the reality of the situation. That's kind of where I was at with it. Like, is this it? Is it time to go? Is it time to even hang this shit up? Because you got to remember, like, you had a deal in the early 2000s. Some people don't even be in this shit 10 years. If you've been in this shit 15 going on 20, it's like
5.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a serious time. And then like my voice started changing. Like if you really a Jae Millz fan, you remember when my voice started getting like real raspy. And that
was that a reason?
Yeah, I had a tumor growing in my throat.
Damn.
Yeah, I had to get surgery. 2015, man. This makes 10 years that I'm blessed to still be alive after my surgery. I had a tumor removal in 2015. That's when my voice was real bad. Like on For the Win project, Potent Music 2, No Chill, the No Chill EP, voice was real bad, man. And I remember I sat down for a minute. I got the surgery. I had to learn how to talk again, repair my voice and everything. And I think the first project I did after my surgery was All Praises Due. Like if you listen to All Praises Due, it sounds like an album. Like All Praises Due probably could have been, like if I could take any of my projects and make them like, that could have been my album. Potent Music 1 could have been my album. Like would I be on that other shit in the clouds and So Good and Take Me
Oh yeah,
There.
I like that song too.
Yeah,
and
all of those. Potent Music 1 could have been my album. But after I got my surgery and I did All Praises Due could have been my album. Like I wouldn't have been mad if like Young Money would have released that as like my debut album. Like
it's gonna look like the Marvin Gaye cover, right? You had like a big
I had the All Praises Due was, I think I had a picture of me as a like one of my school pictures.
Oh, okay.
Like I looked like little Russell Westbrook in the face, like little teeth was fucked up and everything. But that was like one of my, because I think majority of those songs I was writing when I couldn't talk. Like All Praises Due, I wrote most of that project with no voice. Like I was like it was like right after my surgery, after they removed the tumor for about a month and a half. Yeah, it was. Don't even call me on the phone. It's text, so I had to write things down on the paper, like what I want to eat for dinner and all that. I couldn't strain my voice, so I couldn't even rap. I couldn't go to the studio. I couldn't have conversations on the phone. I had to just like. So when I got back in the studio, I probably had about 100 and something, about 120 records. And I remember I narrowed All Praises Due down to 30 records, and they was like, "No, you can't put out a double project. Ain't nobody about to listen to all that. You can't." And I might have narrowed that down to 20 songs. Like All Praises Due might have like 19, 18 songs on there. You know, so
yeah, that's what I like about you too. Like you got so much music out there. It's like can't really run out. Like you can always go back and listen to your music, and got a lot.
Yeah, man, definitely do. Definitely, that's the work. I'm trying to make sure when I do sit down and I step away from it, or when I ain't really, knee deep in the music like that no more, I'm trying to make sure that my library It's potent for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure when you go back and you check my library, it's gonna be some bullshit in there. Of course, there was some nights where I was wilding in the studio, but I want to make sure that the majority of my shit, like you could hear, like, oh, he was a little younger here, and you could hear, like, this is when he became a family man. Like, this is when he had responsibilities. Like, this is when he wasn't really in the club anymore. He was on some retrospective, looking back at niggas that just be standing in front of the store all day and don't be doing nothing. But 10 years ago, he was in front of the store and he wasn't doing nothing if you listen to the music. So I want you to be able to hear my evolution. Even when I'm not here no more to tell you, I want you to be able to go back and listen to Potent Music 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potent Vibes Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Virgo Mixtape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Flood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, my nigga, I got series of Jae Millz. It's so many different chapters. You got the Virgo Mixtape, the Flood, the Dead Presidents, the Potent Music, Potent Vibes.
Dead Presidents was hard too.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So you got all of those, and just keep working.
I was gonna say, because I don't know, me personally, I always like you on the soul beats.
I love. If it was up to me, I rap over soul beats all day, but.
I feel like we need a soul tape from you. We need like a soul, like, you know, Fabulous had his soul tape. We need
that's
something
what
like
Poet Music was. Poet Music to me was me just tapping into the shit that I love doing. Like, I love the soulful, smooth shit. But if you go off my biggest records, it's like no, My Swag, Who, Bring It Back. Those ain't soulful, smooth records. But that's what niggas had to make at that time to stand out in New York. To get on the radio, to have like a record that come on in the club that the DJ bringing back, niggas standing on couches, they like, yo, Millz got one. To have that, you needed to have a Bring It Back. You needed to have I Like That. I had a Bring It Back was produced by Ron Browse. I Like That, produced by Cool and Dre. Streets Melting, produced by Swiss Beats. My Swag, produced by Scott Storch. No, produced by Scram Jones. I had names, you know what I'm saying? And Bring It Back had Jadakiss on it. Bring It Back remix, Jadakiss and Fabulous. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about this, you had to have these type of records. But when it got to a point where it's like the blog era, and it was like, oh, let me try this. Because they might accept this from me. And then I remember it was like I had my Poet Music shit, and you know, Currency and Wiz was doing their thing. Mac Miller, rest in peace. I remember Big Crit. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of people that was just making like that smooth, different type of vibe music. You know what I'm saying? I used to always listen to Dom Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of them people that
was coming out around that time.
Yeah. So I was like, well,
y'all ain't never came out with no music, you and Nipsey?
Nah. Shout out to Nip, rest in peace too. We had a misunderstanding because everybody thought that I hated every rapper that was on that XXL cover. But I really was just saying I thought my man Vado deserved to be on the cover. I said I thought the cover was whack because I thought it was whack that he wasn't on there. And I think it came off as I was saying I thought everybody on the cover was whack because my man wasn't on there. So I had to like clarify that with everybody. I had to clarify that, get that right with Nip. I had to get that right with Freddie Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gibbs. I had to get that right with a few people that just like, yo, bro, I ain't have no issue with nobody that was on the cover. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I didn't think anybody that was on the cover didn't deserve to be on the cover. They was doing their thing. I probably worded it wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I just thought my man deserved to be on there with them, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I had to clear all that up. But yeah, rest in peace to Nip. I never got a chance to work with Nip. I wish I did, you know what I'm saying? I never got a chance to work with Mac Miller, you know what I'm saying? I wish I did. But rest in peace to them. Definitely.
I think you and Larry June might be some tight.
I saw Davies just did something with Larry June. Shout out to Larry June. I fuck with Larry June, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man East too. I fuck with Larry June, man. I like that. That reminds me of the Potent Music sound. That potent shit that I be on, when I get on that, I could do all the party shit, battle shit, jump around shit. I could rap for the chicks and all that, but when I get on that potent soul shit, throw a turtleneck and a suit on, it's a different Millz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I like about you. So I was talking about how so I've been listening to your music since the battle days. You ain't never let your fans down no bullshit. You've been solid. Like you ain't been wrong. Like I said, you're gonna be all right. You ain't got niggas doing no crazy shit.
I appreciate that, man.
Solid, man. Like I said, even
solid.
Like I said, I like how you ain't dissing nobody from Young Money, all that dumb shit. Like you've been solid all these years.
That ain't gonna change nothing. That ain't gonna change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Those my brothers, man. I still speak to all of them, man. So the good times outweigh the bad by metric tons. So you know what I'm saying? I'm living off the good times, man.
And then what do you like to say to your fans and supporters for all the years?
I appreciate the love. I know it ain't easy riding with Millsy because I be all over the place sometimes. I get caught up in my own mind, overthinking things, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate everybody that follow me on social media, on X, on Instagram, YouTube. Keep up to date with me. You know what I'm saying? If you ever bought any potent merch, if you ever downloaded anything, any mixtapes, anything, I appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in this day, there's so much going on in this world. It's hard to stay in tune with something. So I appreciate the love, man. And I appreciate you for having me on your platform too, man. This is dope.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I want to say thanks for coming through Politickin with me. And like I was saying, man, I've been listening to you for a long time, so I'm really happy to finally.
Yeah, we got a chance to chop it up too, man. And you got to tap me in with that 2K league too. Yeah, I'm serious.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you, then. Like I said, and then your social media again, because like I said, you be funny on there, man. That you had me rolling when you was talking about you was going to the Pac fight, how you was acting. Then you got me rolling about the Knicks. Every time you post about the Knicks, that shit be funny too.
Yeah, we about to when the Knicks. Yeah, when the season come back, I'm gonna be real tapped in. I'm working on something real cool that I'm about to be doing with my people. So we about.
Yeah, I say you might have to get on this. I mean, I know everybody kind of doing it now, but you might have to do something sports related.
I'm tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Josh Smith. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. Smith nephew. We working on something right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we working on something.
Yeah, no, that shit. Like I said, like. It's like sports I mean, hip hop is getting to everything now. It's like even kind of spreading to wrestling more. So we kind of getting a little mainstream, but I know at the same time, this is the last thing. How you feel about they announced Bad Bunny gonna be at the Super Bowl. And I was thinking like it's like
they let us rock for about 7 years, man. We had Beyonce twice, Usher, Rihanna, Bruno Mars, The Weeknd. We had all of them, man. He about to get up there and he about to he about to go crazy. We just gonna rock it. We ain't gonna know what he's saying and we gonna love it. The same way they loved it when we was up there and Dr. Dre and all them had the Tams burgers up there in the middle of the field. Y'all gonna love it. They let us rock. So let them you know, and it's not even let them because this is for the minorities too.
Yeah. Well, equal Morano, what they're saying.
Yeah, this is for the minorities too. This is another win, man. So I'm happy for Bad Bunny, man. I love it. I can't wait to see it.
And that's your team. You a Giants fan?
No, I'm a Jets fan. I'm a sorry ass Jets
fan. Jets fan?
I don't want to talk about the game coming on right now. I'm gonna catch the game in a minute. I'm about to go pick my daughter up from after school, and I'm gonna come back and catch the Jets, get their ass whipped. Probably, hopefully, they win.
All right, y'all. We out. You got any shout outs?
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for opening your platform to me, letting me come on here and chop it up with you, man, and just tell my story to the people, man.
All right, y'all. We out. We got the legend on here, Jae Millz. Till the next time. We out, y'all. Holla.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I get at you, man. It's nice talking to you.